I am joined by Jan Toschka, the president of Shell Aviation. How are you, Jan?
Thank you very much, I'm good.
And do you believe that the global sector can reach net zero emissions?
Well, the truth is, yes, I do believe, and we have to. Yeah, it's 3% of the global CO2, and it's coming from a very small group of, say, frequent flyers from corporates. So it's targetable, and therefore I strongly believe we can change that. Yes.
And what challenges are you facing within that?
Predominantly, it's a bit of the harmonization of supply and demand. I think there is willingness to invest. We invest. We have invested. We will invest more in order to get to better supply. But it has to be harmonized with the demand. So there has to be also some certainty, some clarity on the demand picture in order to de-risk our steps, our investments. And that is what comes through mandates, for instance, or incentives on the demand side, and through supply support we need from the production for ourselves. Yeah.
I see. And what role do you think SAF has to play?
A big role. I think there are 3-4 levers, say, over the next couple of decades. High-quality carbon offset is one, and that is very scalable right now. The next big one is operational efficiencies, but all of that doesn't get us to anywhere near net zero. So therefore, SAF comes in for the next decades. And then at a later stage, say 2050 and the years to come after that, there is more electrification and there is more hydrogen. But we do believe that SAF, even when there is a lot of hydrogen and different types of airplanes, we do believe that biofuels, SAF, will play a role in the longer run.
And what is the time frame for SAF to completely phase out conventional jet fuel?
Well, the conventional jet fuel, which needs to be replaced by SAF, is depending on how much else will be replaced by hydrogen and electrification. If it is 30-40%, then that is what SAF will replace going forward.
And what policies and financial support do you need to make that happen?
We need, first and foremost, we need an ambitious target. ICAO needs to present a global target of 10% by 2030. That is what we believe would be very workable next step. And it could be achieved through mandates or incentives. It doesn't really matter. As long as there is level playing field for the entire industry, it's a global industry. So 10% mandate for whatever jet fuel is burned, 10% should be SAF by 2030. That's a good next step. The other element of it is, as I said, the investments are significant, investments into SAF production. Those investments need support. It could be financial, fiscal, tax, could be any kind of support, but just it's such a big amount of money people need to invest until 2050 and the years afterwards. So support would help that to de-risk those investments.
And do you think the markets can support the emerging fuel types?
Yes, absolutely. We believe that. We believe that from various conversations with customers as well as customers. So these are the people flying in the planes, the passengers. There is willingness to contribute. There is willingness to collaborate. There is willingness to understand this can only be solved together. And therefore, I'm convinced that there is a strong alliance of all of us.
Thank you for your time, Jan.
Thank you very much, Katie.